sempre ti amo. Giorgio, sono tanto felice, andare a correre perché Giorgio.
With 625 kilometers, the special from Bir Mogrian to Attar would be the longest stage of the 21st Dakar. Today was to see the first mass starts of the rally, the most impressive beginning to this, one of the most decisive stages of the race.
Bon, pour l'instant on est ce qu'on appelle à don, vous voyez, c'est un peu particulier mais on peut pas être, ça peut pas être plus précis, on roule à fond depuis le départ. On est à 5000 tours, ça doit faire du 150-155 km/h. Attention groupe.
It was very tough, a testing day's stage, said Gallardo. Stones, sand and dunes, really hard. Many crashes today, he said. But it was to be an accident of Roma, which was the day's main talking point. The Spaniard sadly had to abandon after breaking his wrist. Others fared better. Shinazuka had a fine time. The Japanese passed Prieto to take the day after sailing through the sand that had cost others so much time.
Very, very difficult stage and also very, very dangerous because if speed is too high, easy to roll. So very, very difficult stage. But we are lucky, so we are happy.
Jose Marie Servia completed the course, as did Schlesser, despite a few problems of their own. By the night, their buggies had brought them home for second and third place overall, behind Kleinschmidt, who managed to hold on to the lead for the third consecutive day. So one of the toughest stages on the Dakar had come to pass. For many, this had been the day that broke their challenge. I've never driven through these dunes in my life. I don't know the technique to get through. It's impossible.
Hoppa. Jeppa. Kop je nog in de negen. De pak is sigaret. Het is een stokje. Dan klap je er weer af. Dat is ook.
This night would see many late arrivals. It really had taken its toll on them. I'm tired. I had problems in the dunes. I couldn't start my engine. I lost confidence, and after that, I didn't stop falling off and then having to start again and again. I crossed the dunes in the night, and it was not very easy, I can tell you. But at long last, we're here. That's the most important thing.
On est ici, hein, c'est ce qui est le plus important.
Et nous alors, on est content d'arriver.
Laurent Bourgnon, winner of the Route de Rome, finished despite all his difficulties on this stage. After this trying day, the 458 kilometers that lay ahead to Tajika would not make life any easier. Fatigue was setting in, and those affected were not performing at their best. One of the victims was to be Heinz Kindergartner, the great man abandoning the race with back problems after a heavy fall. His race over, and his ambitions for this year's Dakar at an end. But where there were losers, there were also winners. The young KTM rider, Katrinak, did well in the day's special, despite the inevitable problems along the way. He was closely followed by Thierry Magnaldi, the French navigation expert. He guided the young Slovenian through the day before easing up to finish 1 minute and 30 of Katrinak's winning time. He said the stage was very difficult because of all the soft sand. I think it would be very hard for the privateers though. You need backup. It was really tough. Third home was Tiainen, just in front of a large chasing group. So Thierry Magnaldi was right about the privateers. The day's conditions very hard on them. It'll be etched on their memory for life.
Merci. Vas-y, Igno. Non. T'es arrivé tard hier soir? 7h du matin. Allez, bouge pas. Des diables, puis on va pas avancer comme ça. C'est-à-dire que
My friend fell yesterday. It was very hard for me and him to concentrate in these conditions. I intended to follow him throughout to help him out.
Sinon demain on n'est pas encore là.
Mais vous êtes rentré tard hier soir?
Moi je suis rentré à 5h30 du matin.
This morning I arrived at 5:30 and he came in at 7 a.m. That means we'll be doing the next stage without sleeping. We've just done some light repairs in order to make a start in the morning. Now I'm off to follow him again because it's very hard on him. If anything happens to him, I'll be able to help him out. I told him not to go on today, but he insists he has to. In the cars, Serbia won his second stage over relatively easy terrain. Nobody seemed capable of stopping the buggies in these conditions. The Schlesser Megans looking very good indeed, their overall lead commanding. Jutta Kleinschmidt, the real loser on the day, stuck in the dunes twice, losing a total of 25 minutes in the soft stuff. All the advantages she'd built up, now gone. I had so many problems on this stage, she said. The sand was so difficult to contend with. It was so soft, we sank again and again. It cost us so much time. It was terrible. I lost so many minutes. Shinazuka also stuck. Prieto as well. It was hell.
Alles war heute.
Between Tajika and Neuro, the 434 kilometers took a heavy toll on the riders and drivers. Only 1/3 of the rally complete and already half the contestants out. Only 40% of the bikers were still on course for Dakar. This the day Oscar Galado's nightmares came true. My battery failed today. Every bike in the rally has the same unit, and mine is the only one that's gone wrong. I can't believe it. Right in the middle of the stage, right in the heart of the desert. At the first control point, I was already 11 minutes behind. I don't have any chance to get back into this race. I just want to go home. That is all that's left for me to look forward to. Yet again, this day had its winners, and one of those veterans was amongst them. Fabrizio Mioni, he won the special in emphatic style. Magnaldi second in the overall standings behind Richard Sainck's BMW. The Frenchman's lead now around 5 minutes. He says, since the beginning of the stage, my road book has not been working. It's hard because we don't have many GPS points and we need the directions provided by that road book. First I waited for Mioni to guide me, but he lost the road, and so then I followed Acarons, but he got lost too towards the end. So I've lost a lot of time. That's life. A black day for Serbia, who lost time from the start of the special due to clutch problems. It's virtually impossible to drive in this kind of sand. And today, the professor, Schlesser, wasn't in front of me to help out, so we lost out. The Spaniard gave way at the top, changing places with Schlesser at the head of the rankings. Schlesser, the new leader, coming home in second place on the day. Once again, the stage depended on good navigation. Everyone had problems, even those who did well. Jutta Kleinschmidt, third behind Schlesser. Prieto was to get the stage win.
Boys drinking whiskey and rye. This won't be a day that I fly. Okay.
In the trucks, the Kamaz of the Russian team, Kabirov, Balayev and Golub, was simply outstanding. First home and leaders overall.